Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Heather Salter-Purves. I'm a queer author of dark fantasy, and tonight I was going to just take you through my first outlining process of book 2 in my Twisted Garden saga, which is a series that I'm publishing the first book in next year in June 2023. If you're interested in pre-ordering the first book, which is Her Daffodil Queen, sapphic reimagining of Hades and Persephone with Welsh mythology, the pre-order link is down below. What tonight is the second book, which will be following the Grail Wound, or the Fisher King legend, as part of the King Arthur legends. So I'm quite interested to dive into that. This will be a sort of three 20-minute sprints of the night, so that I can sort of use the Katie-tastic 9 block 3 act 27 chapter breakdown, as that is how I first approach outlining my novels now. So I'll give myself 20 minutes just to really lay the groundwork in each of those acts, and then I will come back and do a larger, more in-depth part of it. So yeah, we should be running for about 90 minutes to 2 hours maybe, but definitely 3 20-minute sprints tonight, just so that I can get my teeth into it. I'd love to know how your festive season's gone. If you got any lovely bookish goodies for your festive presents. I got this stunning Waterstones exclusive copy of Stoneblind from my mother. So I will be diving into that very shortly, which is a Medusa retelling. So just making sure I have everything I need set up. I do. So I will pop our little friends up here. We will dive into the first sprint. Best of luck, everybody. Oh, sorry, no, wrong one. This is the right one we would like. And let me know who you would like to win in this amazing little race we've got going on, and I'll see you back in a bit. And we're back from that sprint. Let me know how you went. I was barracking for the little pirate man, and that did not go according to plan for me, but that's okay. I did manage to get through the first block of the outline basics, so I'm scribbling down my notes on some old diary papers, just so that I don't just waste the diary paper. Let me know how you went during that sprint. I'm feeling it's coming together, but it will require a bit more fleshing out. This is part of my 2023 goals, is getting a draft of this book written eventually. So I will put my yearly goals up if you've not already seen it. I am also putting out doing quarterly goals. Sorry, this year. Which is a amazing idea that I am borrowing heavily from Sarah Cannon over at Heart Breathings, to break down those big yearly goals in that video into smaller, attainable chunks. So if you would like to follow along and see how that's going, please consider subscribing to the channel, because it really will help me. And I do have my quarter one video coming out in the next day or two, or early in the new year. That does have a bit more of the publication plans for this year in them. So if you're excited about that. But without further ado, we'll jump into the next sprint, just so that we are on track and we're motoring along quite nicely in terms of getting the 3 sprints in. That isn't too long. If you're watching in the replay, let me know what you've been working on and how you're liking the structure of these, and do you find them helpful? That would really be great, as I am reviewing the content I put up on the channel this year to see if it does in fact help everyone. So let's dive on in. I will shuffle our characters so we've got some new friends to play with this time. I'm going to go for the dragon this time. That is what we call our little daughter here. So 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity. There we go. I'm terribly sorry about that. I don't know what is happening with my internet. So let's try that again and see how everyone's going. So yeah, as I was saying before, the internet decided to cut out on me. It is going super well for me. This whole just 20 minutes, get it down, do it block by block, by act by act by act. I don't have to overthink it, so that at least I have a good framework to go back and do a bit more fleshing out. So I think I may look at doing this more often when it comes to outlining other books in the future. So let me know how you're going in the time. If you haven't already, please consider giving this a thumbs up. I'm very sorry about the technical difficulties that we're having with it. But this will be our last sprint, just so that I can get across the last block or act of my outline, and then I'm quite happy with where I'm sitting. If you do like the live streams, also let me know down in the comments if you're watching the replay or in the chat box, because it is something that I do fairly regularly. And if you like these sort of structures, let me know. But I will just pull up our next sprint with our new friends in this one. And as always, I'm going for the little pumpkin pot. Who's my friend? I quite like him. So I will mute myself and see if we can get this going. And happy productivity to everyone. Best of luck. So the one time I don't go for the little dragon, they win the race. That's most funny. So I have now written out my rough outline for the second book in my Twisted Garden saga, and it went really well. I have sort of a few epilogue chapters that will lead nicely into the third book that I already know the retelling I'm doing. And then I've made myself a lovely few notes for for the what I'm going to do with the draft and how it will impact and flow into the other books, because a key event that happens in my first book informs a lot of this book and going forward in quite a few of the tales, and I'm introducing a few other interesting mysteries, shall we say, into the Twisted Garden world and a few kingdoms. So I just need to make sure I keep those all under control and make sure I've got a lot of notes going forward. Let me know if you like fantasy maps or anything, and I might be able to commission one of the Twisted Garden saga, because I know there'll be a few kingdoms involved. But with that all being said and done, I have five pages of hand scribbled notes that I can review, things that I need to decide before I go into draft one. Is I'm going to hopefully get about 2,000 words in each chapter as my first draft, so a minimum of 60k in the first draft. I'm going to have to keep the notes of the settings and other kingdoms that I mentioned, as I will need to start weaving those threads through, and keep a timeline so that I know how the first two books timelines interject, so I don't contradict myself in between the two books, because it's very crucial, because they run parallel to each other. And then I need to decide who gets which chapter, because this is also going to be a multiple point of view, limited third person narrative. I found that is my favorite way to write them. It is also one of my favorite ways of reading fantasy, and given this will be a dark fantasy tale, there's not a whole lot of romance in this one, but it's there's heavy romance in the first one. But that is, however, with that being said, there might be a bit of a romance that's struck up in this one, because this third one goes back to the roots of having a romance. And then I most likely will be selecting a date on how in 2024, depending on how the drafting goes and how cleanly I can draft. So I have had a great deal of fun, and it has been very productive for me tonight. So let me know how you guys went. If you liked this sort of fast, like ticking things off productivity lists, please let me know. Give this a thumbs up, and I post videos every Wednesday about my writing journeys into self-publishing, traditional publishing, and a bunch of reading plans. So I would love to have you along on the journey. So I will see you in the next video. But until next time, let's use our voices to promote positive change in the world. Thank you, and bye-bye.